Well, here goes. Thought we'd take a ride on our new horse, thanks to Prior Mayborell. It may not be the fastest horse in Cyrodiil. In fact, I might be able to outrun it in a foot race, but hey, it's a horse. Something to climb up vertical mountains with, right? It's a good-looking horse, too. I like the feel of riding in Oblivion. I thought they did a good job with it, actually. Taking a gallop through the countryside. You can see Kvatch is all burnt up there. Here goes nothing. Good news is we get to open up the main story. I'd say the bad news, if there is any, is that we're a little bit undertrained, actually. We're coming in... The enemies and the stuff haven't maxed out yet, but we're still sitting here journeyman level where there's expert level stuff. If that makes sense. Around level, I think it's 13 or 14 or so, enemies kick it up a notch, and we're still stuck around the, level 10 through 12. As far as our conjuration goes and alchemy, really, I see that as playing a huge part in keeping the character balanced with the difficulty. Just another lesson learned, but it might be a good idea to train a little more earlier in intelligence-related stuff, or maybe sacrifice a few points. I try to conserve as much of my skill points as I can related to certain attributes to make sure I can level them up later, in case, while I'm leveling a certain thing, I might use a few extra, make some potions that I need, although I don't really want to waste the alchemy points type of thing.
Come on, run while there's still time. The guard still holds the road, but it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed. God's blood. You don't know, do you? Deidre overran Kvatch last night. There were glowing portals outside the walls, gates to Oblivion itself. There was a huge creature, something out of a nightmare, came right over the walls, blasting fire. They swarmed around it, killing. Go and see for yourself. Kvatch is a smoking ruin. We're all that's left. Do you understand me? Everyone else is dead. It was Savli and Matthias. Some of the other guards helped some of us escape. They cut their way out, right through the city gates. Savlian says they can hold the road. No, I don't believe him. Nothing can stop them. If you'd seen it, you'd know. I'm getting out of here before it's too late. They'll be here any minute, I'm telling you. Run when you can.
Reminds me of that chastened idiot outside the Chantry in Dragon Age Origins.
I'm just tired. I don't have much. I lost everything. I don't like to talk about it. I don't remember much. I woke to screaming and fire. I ran. I was lucky. I survived. My friends weren't so lucky. If you mean the priest, I don't think he made it out of the city. Very few of us did. But Savlian Matthias might know more. He's in charge of the city guard that are defending the camp. You'll find him at the barricade at the top of the road. He's still trying to hold what's left of the guard together. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? I'm done talking to you.
I'm through talking. Savli and Matthias, huh?
How could the Nine let this happen? Are they angry with us? You picked a bad time to visit Kvatch. I offer the finest goods and the lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. Go look for yourself. The town is gone, and most of its people. The Daedra came out of the gate in the middle of the night. People who fought died. People who ran, they at least had a chance. You too.
Those dresses look really good on female characters. And the captain of the guard's tent, huh? Wonder if he has anything useful in here. Yeah, anyway, I did maybe too good of a job conserving my points. You know, I naturally playing a little bit like I would on normal. And now I see how relevant it is to level up as the world levels up around you. So at least certain skills. Your primary skills, the one you're going to be using. Does leave something to be desired in some ways for... I was going to say starting classes that are more particular to your fighting style, but I'm still going to stick to my guns on this.
Hope is gone. The Imperial line is dead. The Covenant is broken. The enemy has won. Lord Dagon is the enemy. He is the Prince of Destruction, and the Daedra are his servants. The chapel is cast down, and the faithful, my friends, all dead. The enemy has won, and we are destroyed. Goodbye.
Yeah, there's something to be said maybe for starting a warrior class for a warrior, just really for the endurance pool, and maybe a slight strength buff early on. But seeing as the game kind of makes everything relevant and everything useful, you know, all your magic skills, your alchemy and all stuff like that, starting out with a little more balance across the board so that all these things can be kind of leveled. I just see that I could have trained in a few different things early. Like, there were times where, oh shoot, I got willpower as a major skill. I'll just go ahead and raise willpower again, which I'm glad to have it. But I could have probably used some extra points in conjuration. You know, 10 more points in a conjuration and I'd be summoning the next level creature type of thing. When I need to. So something to keep in mind. And maybe leave some of the more physical skills for a little bit later. Now, endurance is key, because that's just your health pool, and considering your armor is reduced drastically on this difficulty, I'm thinking that nice, our first view of an Oblivion gate here, huh? I love the gates, I really do. They just add a whole new element to the game. Yeah. Anyway, you know, just another lesson learned. It's all good. Let's talk to the captain of the guard here, and we get to close our first one. This is a big reason I came later. These gates are a great source of loot, for one, and the sigil stones are stronger the higher level you are. I think they cap out around level 18 or so. We're not quite there yet, but these should be... oh,
stand back, civilian.
second tier, I think.
This is no place for you. Get back to the encampment at once. The only thing we can do, we'll try to hold our ground, that's what. If we can't hold this barricade, those beasts could march right down and overrun the encampment. I have to try and protect the few civilians that are left. It's all I can do now. You mean the priest? Last I saw him, he was leading a group towards the chapel of Kvatch. If he's lucky, he's trapped in there with the rest of them, at least safe for the moment. If he's not... You want to help? You're kidding, right? If you're serious, maybe I can put you to use. It'll likely mean your death, though. Are you sure? I don't know how to close this gate, but it must be possible, because the enemy closed the ones they opened during the initial attack. You can see the marks on the ground where they were, with the great gate right in the middle. I sent men into the gate to see if they could find a way to shut it. They haven't come back. If you can get in there, find out what happened to them. If they're alive, help them finish the job. If not, see what you can do on your own. The best I can say is good luck. If you make it back alive, we'll be waiting for you. Some kind of portal to Oblivion. The enemy used them to attack the city. They appeared outside the walls, and Daedra poured out. They've opened one right in front of the city gates. Until that gate is closed, the best I can do is try to hold these barricades. Good luck. It's a brave thing you're doing.
Let me heal this guy up. I might need him later. Having a bigger magicka pool earlier with some extra intelligence wouldn't be a bad thing anyway. 10 points here, 10 points there. Yeah, just lessons learned. Make a little bit more potent poisons earlier, so that by the time you reach mid-tier enemies, you got mid-tier poisons and mid-tier potions to keep you alive, especially if you're raising your endurance every level, which, you know, that's just kind of a gimme right there. And having the rest of that stuff available too. Yeah, that's just, like I say, lessons learned. Alright, I don't believe in avoiding fighting when exploring, per se, but it's not necessarily to clear out every single danger in this gate either. I really just don't have the charges to do it. I wouldn't mind, to be honest. Everything you kill in here drops good stuff. Alchemy ingredients and things. Alright, let's do this. Our first Oblivion gate. Yay! Well, that's not a good start. There we go. Now, we could have very easily gone and crafted some new stuff. And I had talked about it too. I was thinking about it, but I said, you know, let's go in here. Let's go in here a bit underpowered and see what's up. Because this is epic main story stuff. This is supposed to be, you know, battles to be told through the centuries type of thing, you know. That's what these are designed to be, so I'm guessing it's going to be pretty nasty. Also, having a frost-based enemy would have probably been really helpful in here. You know, I'm thinking about it. A lot of these lower levels, the scamps, the flame atronachs, and if they want to throw them at us, even Daedroths, are all fire-based. So we could have helped ourselves a bit. Once again, learning experience in hindsight. I mean, as long as we can survive this, I don't mind it being a little bit harder. Going to school a bit. See, stuff like this, where when you come back later, it seems easier. When you know what you're doing, type of thing. You know, I don't sit here and claim to have ideal gear and ideal stuff here. Kind of coming in to take a look-see and learn my lessons the hard way. Why go look it up? Why not go fight for ourselves? And so that's what we're doing. That's what we've been doing pretty much this whole time. And it's been amazing. I said it earlier and I'll say it again, is that to take this game and be able to open it up and get even more out of it, considering how much I played it, this difficulty it's taught me things, and that I can't say enough about that. That is friggin' awesome. I remember a day where I used to try to collect the curays and shields from the various towns. You know, I wanted a Skingrad shield, a Kvatch shield, which of course you really kind of only have one chance to get one of those, right? Leowin shield and so on and so forth. And just have them. Decorate your house with them and stuff. That's just being into that type of stuff. We'll go pick a few fights. I do want to kind of test the waters here and see if we can really even compete. If you have to 10-shot something and it only has to one-shot you, well, that kind of sets the rules from the start, right? Also, we're going to get a really, really good look at how our weakness affects the synergy between all of our abilities. This is really going to kind of tell the story. Either I'm going to have to just go figure out a completely different route to go, or we're going to max out some gear with this particular, I guess you say, theory crafting in mind. A big part of this build, of course, is how to set up the poison and potion making and enchanting. I'm thinking rather than rely on alteration, which is probably going to be stronger than alchemy as far as shielding goes, still some high-level shielding potions that give at least a certain percentage. Seeing as armor is a bit overrated on this difficulty, the way I understand it, a full armor rating is barely better than being basically naked without any armor at all on normal. That's pretty much it, you know? And so having basic shielding to avoid some damage, that's great. If I can build that into my health potions, I'm thinking just roll like that. I'll eventually have really, really good magic resistance. Should have basically magic immunity, or as close to it as possible. Go for 100% and see where it goes from there. Magic resistance is good in that it's just a straight up percent. This is how much you resist, period. Just like absorption is a percent chance of absorbing, but once you do, you absorb all of it. There's a lot to be said for that. You're not only taking enemy magic and you're basically immune to it as long as you're absorbing spells, but it's going towards your mana pool too. That's great. It costs a little more early to roll with that. You're of course going to want the Atronach sign, so you have an even bigger magica pool, and you get that 50% chance right off the top, and then it's really easy to cap that off. You can come up with 50% spell absorption with various other things. Okay, I really need a splash effect on this. I really do. And I probably don't want this clan fear attacking me. Starts to really stack. Well, he's not immune to fire though. Nice, nice. Definitely doing some damage though. Very good. Yeah, anyway, throw shielding off into health potions. I found that to be fine. You know, the Breton also has the built-in dragon skin thing, which I remember to use sometimes in big fights. It's made some difference, sure. It's kept me alive when I was really, really under-equipped in some pretty nasty fights, especially getting into the Mages Guild early. That's where we learned a lot of the lessons about the value of poisons and summoning. And it's, you know, I went into some areas where I should have had, at least a skeleton, if nothing else, and a few poisons, and had none of that, and tried to just get through with my weapon type thing. And yeah, that found out I was doing little or no damage. Shoot somebody with literally 150 arrows to kill them. I'm like, wow, what am I doing no damage? Well, I was essentially doing 1 damage. And then, aside from their armor rating, I don't know that I was even hitting them for damage with every arrow. Probably at least 1. I guess there's probably a default 1, but if they had 100 hit points, well, there you go. And let's assume you don't miss, and let's assume your bow doesn't break, you know? So, yeah, definitely lessons learned there. This is kind of the next step. This is to see if what we're doing is effective, and so far it appears to be. Get a few more flame Atronachs, I think, would really be the telling tale, because we're using fire-based stuff. So, if we were using frost gear right now, which ideally is what I would have come in here with, the next tier of stuff, I would have made a frost weapon, an ice ball type of spell with all the bells and whistles added into it, maybe even some poison weakness. I really want to do that. I think our destruction skill is at 75 now. Not it's real close, but anyway, probably ought to be able to make a pretty good quality spell. So once you get to level 13, 14 or so, having 75 in destruction, having 75 in conjuration, so that you can summon monsters that are on an even playing field with the enemies that you're fighting. They have a beautiful, balanced leveling system here, especially as far as the world around you. Everything just scales with you, just as far as you want to go. It's supposed to cap off around 25, but around level 25, your primary offensive stats should cap off too. Maybe even a little bit before that. You're only going to get so much strength. You're not going to be able to keep buffing the damage of your weapon forever and ever. It's eventually going to top off. And at that point, you're really just, you're basically just building health for yourself anytime you level after that. I mean, once you're, if you're a melee warrior, well, if you're a melee warrior, you're probably using magic anyway. But once you're magic skills are at 100 and your strength's at 100 and your intelligence is at 100, once you've enchanted all your stuff to buff yourself with whatever extra magicka or extra whatever, once that's done, that's done. It doesn't just keep going up as you level. I do not believe you keep gaining damage. Your armor rating might continue to go up. That is one thing that you might get in higher levels after you get past around 25 or so. Nice. I wish I had some more soul gems in here. That would really be helpful. At some point, we're going to have to kind of trim back the amount of fighting we're doing simply because I can't keep my weapon charged. And once that charge is gone, then it's a different story. I can't see with the bare bones weapon doing a whole lot here. Start really draining my magical pools, and once that's gone, I've got some potions. I came in, well, sort of prepared, but yeah, I think we'll fight what's necessary and leave some of the rest. Yeah, this is just amazing. This has been a lot of fun. This is, I want to say, the most fun I've had on, just making a video series, to be honest. It helps when you're playing your favorite game, but didn't realize there would be so much more to it, Rewarding, definitely. Okay, I do not want to get slapped by these things. Watch me get one shot by a Harada root. That would be embarrassing. I can see it, too. I do not want to get caught under a rock slide, please. Please, Mr. Avalanche, leave me alone. I'm not exactly sure what all benefits. I'm sure a lot of this stuff is really good for poisons. I know the Harada root, or Spidal sticks. I've had some of those. I bought those from merchants, and true enough, damage health and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm thinking poison, silence, and damage agility. If I can get those 3 effects on a good, solid poison, I'd be happy with that. Even if the enemy's not using magic, that's fine. I would still not consider that a waste. Having a whole slew of those when I run into some really high-level magic, necromancers, blah, blah, blah. Being able to silence them for a certain period of time and then do, screw burning their magic up, just make it to where they can't use it, Weakness to poison on a spell, so I don't have to worry about the, what would you call it, a glitch? I don't know if you call it a glitch or a bug. It might have been designed like that on purpose, but I believe, oh nice, I can certainly use that. Any soul gem with any charge. I believe most weapons, if not all, if you're going to have a weakness to poison, you cannot equip weakness to poison on the weapon you're trying to apply the poison to. And I'm not going to just sit there and switch weapons back and forth in a fight any more than I already have to. So I'm thinking incorporating that into a spell. The spell is essentially for debuffing. That's, I see that being pretty much how this plays out. Spells are for debuffing, not so much for damage. You think fireballs, well, that's to burn people up. Actually, basic fireballs to create a area of effect that sets the enemy up to take extra bonus damage from everything else. Your summons, your weapons, etc. If the spell can do a little damage while it's at it, that's great. That's fine. I haven't seen anyone's health burned up by any of my fireballs yet. But I've melted their ass with my sword. Once I've hit them with, weakness to whatever damage I'm doing and stuff, I can just see weakness to poison. Not just providing more damage effect, but also providing other bonus effects that the poison might have. Like, let's say they might resist at first. Silence, for example. Maybe the poison wouldn't even work otherwise, but then you hit them with weakness to that poison, and now all of a sudden the silence effect takes effect. That type of thing. Or you might find enemies that are immune to poison. I believe Argonians are, right? Probably fight some of those in the game. Bandits and so on and so forth. Is I think my weapon's out of charge. Yep, I think so. Okay. Summons isn't doing anything here. I hate using those. I'd rather sell them, to be honest. They're good for a quick health boost, real quick if you just have to have it. You've got 5 hit points left and you're about to get hit again. Yeah, it's nice to have that. Okay, well, we're going to walk out of here with some scamp skins and fire salts at least, right? Pissed somebody off, didn't we? Yeah, we were completely out. I didn't see it say it, but their health stopped going down. That's when you know your enchantment's gone. Your weapon does nothing. No! Huh. Might as well get rid of that. Yeah, there's basic silence. Like I say, silence with damage agility and damage health would be great. That would pretty much cover all the bases I'm looking to cover. These little floor mines are annoying. He shot a fireball at me. Awesome. Good job. Dremora field arrow. And picked another fight, huh? What the hell? Holy crap, they weigh a pound apiece? Yeah, I guess I can't carry all those. Never mind. Okay, that clanfer needs to leave me alone. Deal with these guys one at a time. Yeah, getting mobbed. That's an issue right now, too. We're not burning anything down fast enough to handle mobs. That's one thing about the two-handed weapon that's a bit of a downside. Leaves something to be desired. I mean, it's cool just going and swinging your big two-handed weapon. It does have some extra range. But A, you don't get the added benefit of an extra piece of armor to enchant, like a shield, right? And you're still only hitting single targets. You can't go in and just hit everybody in a mob, like in a big whirlwind. I think I'm going to leave that clanfer over there alone. Let's just go ahead and make our way to the main tower. I can say I do remember this tower pretty well. I think we can get around. I recall you have to go to one of the side towers to get a key or something. There's also, I think, a guardsman prisoner in here. Rather than waste health potions, I think I'll train my restoration a little bit. I need to get that up there. See, it's falling behind. It's, I think, in its 40s right now. And just about everything should be in the 70s. But that's, you know, sacrifice need to be made somewhere if you want to really boost a particular thing. If you want your endurance at 100 ASAP, well, then sacrifice need to be made elsewhere. You can't level but 3 attributes at a time. So, and leveling attributes requires leveling skills that pertain to those attributes. So, even though we do have our willpower up, we've done it a lot through alteration. And destruction, surprisingly, has gone up quicker. Having magic as a specialty helps. Of course, I guess being a Breton, I guess all that kind of plays into it. Okay. I won't fight you if I don't have to. You're not guarding anything down here. Except this door. That's the thing. If they're not guarding a major loot cache, I think we'll leave a few of these alone just so, like I say, we have a long way to go. It's one thing to close the gate here, but we have to take back the city of Kvatch. That's a tall order. Frost Atronax. See, that's the next level of summons. That's what I need to be summoning here. Or a Daedroth. Which we haven't seen any of those yet. But if there's a Frost Atronax there, then I'm guessing we'll probably get some Daedroth also. Things ought to get a little harder once we get into the city itself. This is a tutorial, Oblivion Gate. Not necessarily easy. They're giving us a run of enemies, but those clan fears and scamps are all journeyman level stuff. And we start seeing clan Daedroths, I'm sorry. Some of these guys, these Kinreeves. I'm not sure which ones are specifically higher than others, but yeah, this type of stuff. And then Frost Atronax, Spider Daedra. That's when you know what's really going on. I'm going to want immunity to magic then, because lightning seems to catch me regardless. I can dodge fireballs and even snowballs sometimes, but lightning, that's the one that seems to hit me just about every time, unless I can get behind cover. Not sure what we're going to finish up with once we reach a master level. Do we go with Spider Daedra? Do we go with, I don't know. We'll see. Some of the Dremora can cast spells, but I think it might be random. I had a theory that the dwarves, and I was reading Azura's box, and when the dwarves essentially disappeared, some people say, well, I'm wrong, but they don't know exactly what did happen, so how are you going to really tell me what didn't? That's just my argument. Like I say, I don't really know. I'm no lore aficionado. Haven't read every book on every history in the Elder Scrolls. Just go from my experience of having, get my eyes and ears open a little bit while playing and stuff. But I did read Azura's box. That's one of the stories which intrigues me, because essentially the dwarves tricked Azura, and she didn't appreciate it. And next thing you know, the dwarves disappear, and I wonder if there wasn't some truth to that, and she made that happen. And I wonder if they were banished to Oblivion, and if they were, do the dwarves make up the Dremora? Is that actually who the Dremora are? Think about the sigil stones and the dwarves' infatuation with soul gems and harnessing magical energies to create stuff, and they have a god complex. I mean, seriously, they want to create life and stuff. I think this guy wants to talk. I don't really feel like talking. And I don't need my Atronax shooting me with fireballs either. I killed himself. Ah, I win. Wait a minute, he has the key. The last laugh might be on him. Nice. I'm glad he hit that little ledge right there. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. I wonder what's farther down. It looks like that might be a door down there. I guess if you fell through, there would have to be a way out, right? Enemies waiting for you. Don't want to land on that spike pit either, do you? Okay, well, I don't see anything down there but death. And I have things to do. I have gates to close, so I'll let them have it. Once we close this, they can stay in Oblivion and wander around and look for something to kill all they want. I won't be here.
Quickly, quickly, there's no time. You must get to the top of the large tower. The sigil keep, they call it. That's what keeps the Oblivion gate open. Find the sigil stone. Remove it and the gate will close. Hurry! The keeper has the key. You must get the key.
Okay, well. Didn't see any way to let him out. Alright, well. Sorry to leave you there, buddy. So if we close this gate, does he stay here banished? Does he turn into something? Oh, man. Looks like there's some other towers we can go explore too, but like I say, I'm not going to run from a fight, but I'm not necessarily going to go looking for one either. We just don't have the resources. I didn't come in here with 5,000 greater soul gems and grand soul gems already filled. In fact, I wish I'd had a little more foresight and came in with some more empties. Alright, well, you guys are just chilling, huh? You keep chilling and I'm going to go through here. Oh, wow. I thought that was going to be a loading screen. Damn, I'm glad he didn't turn on me. What's going on up here? Getting speared by a wall trap? Looks like it. Okay, well, I'm gonna let him have it. Okay, those guys look really, really cool. They really do. I think those are my favorite summons out of all of them. Between them and the Spider Daedra, but I've never gotten a lot of good results from the Spider Daedra. Their AI seems to, I don't know, break or something. I don't know if you guys experienced that too. I've tried them, been able to cast them and use them, but not had the best results. Oh, what do we got here? You want to play, asshole? Okay, I am going to kill this guy. He looks like a mage type. I'm going by the robes, so we're just going to silence him right off the top. Should have silenced him a second sooner, assuming it worked. I don't think it did. Let's try that again. I'm slow. There's something to be said for having a little more speed, too. I could have leveled up speed at least once. I've been all gung-ho about willpower. I totally dig the magicka regen thing and the extra stamina. I mean, stamina really hasn't been much of an issue. So, there's something to be said for that. Please kick that thing's ass. Just get rid of those. Get him. That was close. Oh, nice. See, if they're wearing it, if they've got it, they were wearing it, so they get the effect. I've gone to attack somebody that had a reflect damage amulet on, which I'll be looking for. Probably Amulet of Axes. I think there's Amulet of Axes, Necklace of Hammers, I think, and then the Ring of Blades, but I am going for the Mundane Ring also. If we ever find one of those, then I'm going to roll with that for the whole magic resistance thing. Of course, I could stack magic resistance on my armor. I only need another, 50% or whatever. And then go with an amulet and a ring. that will probably wind up dictating exactly which weapon I stick with, though. Get an amulet of axes. Well, I'm going to probably have to go with axes then. Hammers, though? I'm not looking forward to that. I don't really... I'm a big fan of the warhammers. Okay. Well, we're almost there. I'm not using any black soul gems. Nope. I got 3 of those filled now, and those are going for stuff. Actually, I could probably afford to use one of them, but it seems like that's severe waste just to recharge an item that's going to burn up in 10 seconds. Sucks is all the soul gems I do have are too low. They're too small to fit any of the stuff we're killing, which is good that we're able to kill stuff like that. But it'd be nice to be able to charge my weapon. That's where Azura Star really comes in handy. Are you serious? Okay, I don't have much room to run here. Now we're stuck on this narrow little path. I hit him. Who the hell are you chasing down up there? Well, we know we got another enemy up there, right? Great. So get him. Die. Not to say. Nice. Feel like I almost sort of killed something on my own. Can you imagine? What, do you want to play? Alright. Enchanted item is out of charge, but it looks like that poison did its work, so these guys are susceptible to that at least. Shh, he almost died. Okay, this is stupid. I'm stuck. I'm glad I didn't fall down. We'd have to start that over, huh? Well, I wanted his stuff. Probably just a Daedra heart anyway. No, watch, he had like the ultimate ring or something. I don't think any of that's going to pop up for at least a couple more levels anyway. I expect around 18 to 20 or so to start finding the really good stuff. Yeah, it's a hell of a fall down there. Well, wherever he landed, I guess he's just going to have to just... Nice. Very good. Get all my resources back. I do not mind waiting an hour for free heals. Now, some of these Oblivion gates, when you finally get to this last door up here to the, what is it, the Sigillum Sanctum something something, it's almost a relief. It's like, damn. I think this seems brutal. Next time we come in, we're going to be prepared. We're going to come in on a level playing field. Sigillum Sanguis. That's it. Okay, let's do a little recon first. Got the blood fonts there. That's for free health. We're doing alright on that. Might be something we might want to use in a pinch, though. Magic fonts. But they expect you to have a long, drawn-out epic battle here, huh? So this is what holds the gates open. Now these sigil stones, they work like soul gems, but they'll have a preset thing. There is a way to get the sigil stone you want. What you do is you save before you grab it, and then when you grab it, it'll tell you you've obtained a certain kind of sigil stone. Depends on what level you are. Like right now, I think we're on the mid or second tier. I think around level 18 or so. I know I've said this a bunch, but this is what I was talking about. Level 18 or so, these things max out. And, you know, instead of giving you 10 points, they give you 12 points. Instead of 20, it's 25, you know, that type of thing. And it could be anything. It could be damage, it could be resistance. Each sigil stone has two effects. It has an offensive or defensive. And you don't need an enchanting altar. You can just be walking around with a sigil stone and put it on something. You can put it on a weapon or put it on armor. And it has a almost a double charge on it. Like, this stone right here, I think the equivalent would be a greater soul gem. Level up a couple more times and we'll have the equivalent of a grand, but instead of having like 1,200 points of charge, it would have like 2,400. And instead of 1,600, it would have like, I don't know, 3,200 or so. I believe that's how that goes. And so you get more uses out of it, but it's only going to do one thing. Like, you can't custom enchant, you know, with 9 sigil stones, 15 different effects on a weapon. It's going to, like, just do frost damage or just do, I don't know, absorb health or something. You'll be able to use it more than you normally would. So, I mean, that's cool. I mean, we're going to have a shootout? Gotcha. So this is where having some poison with silence on it and damage health and etc. with a bow, it's effective. Dealing with these ranged magic users like this that are summoning and doing all this other crap. Now in this case, this dude's summoning scamps. He's not summoning spider daedras for himself or his own Dremora and all that other stuff. So that's good. This is more of an even fight. I'm glad, because this is kind of like the boss up here, sort of. Well, maybe he is summoning Dremoras. Huh? That didn't last long, did it? I hit him. I win. I haven't completely decided exactly what I'm going to do with my armor, how I'm going to buff it. Not really sure. I don't think shielding is going to really be necessary. I think at a certain point, I believe your armor rating just goes up as you level regardless. So rather than shield, I think definitely want to fortify magicka. And sigil stones are, I think, the best thing to do that with. I think about the biggest fortify spell you can come up with yourself is 24, 28 points, something. And I think the maximum sigil stone is 50. It's basically double. And so that's, yeah, I'm down with that. Get 1 or 2 of those on whatever I did end-game gear. There's only so many Oblivion gates, you know. And then, oh, what I was going to tell you, there's a way to get the one you want, is you wait for the game to tell you that you got the stone, and then you can go into your menu before you... At one point, you're actually going to port out of the Oblivion Gate. As soon as you close it, you'll get your sigil stone, then it'll be, you know, another couple seconds, and it will, Oh, you're dead. Die, dude. I'll take all that. And if you don't get the one you want, you just reload. Just make a save. I'll show you where to make the save. And I don't think you want to save where it says to activate the sigil stone. I think you want to save before that. Anyway, I'll show you when we get there. Did he just one-shot that dude? Must have already been hurt or something. I swear he just one-shotted him. Nice, my Atronach just did some work. I think so. I just wasted all those potions too. Whatever. Oblivion's Embrace. Weakness to fire. Fire damage 1 point. Fire damage 1 point forever. Alright, so we got the sigil stone there, and what you do is you stand off of the ways and you just save. Just like I said, this is a way to get exactly what you want. Like if you're looking to use these things to buff your gear a certain way, just get here and save real quick. Now, I'm just going to take whatever right now. This isn't a max level sigil stone anyway. But see, as soon as it says that, Ascendant, I think the last one is like Transcendent or something like that. So yeah, I believe this is the second to the highest one. Yeah. As soon as it says that, go into your menu. If you don't have what you want, just load right there. Reload your save. And each time you trigger it, it'll give you something different. We'll take a look at whatever I got, and it'll have two effects. It'll have one for armor and one for a weapon, depending on what you put it on, obviously.
I'm just lucky to be alive.
Close the gate. I knew you could do it. This is our chance to launch a counterattack. I need you to come with us. You've got far more combat experience than these men. Are you able to join us now? I can wait, but not for long. We've got to move quickly before they have a chance to barricade the city gate. The longer we wait, the smaller our window of opportunity. Get ready, and do it quickly. We've got to move soon.
Okay, well, I'm going to go grab a few soul gems. I'm going to go find a merchant or two and just get at least a few. At least get my weapons charged up. I don't want to go just waste all my gold on that, but I might go grab a few. Let's see what we got here. So, fortify willpower. I'll take that. I was gonna take whatever anyway, but sure. Nothing else. If you can't use it at all, just go drop it off in the house and let it just sit there and look all cool and shit, or something. Yeah, sure. We'll fortify our willpower another 10 points. It's almost at 100 anyway. In fact, next time we level, we should be done with that, and then we're gonna make a concentrated effort to raise some of our intelligence-based skills, alchemy and conjuration specifically. At least get to the 75 range and. Geez, and start working towards 100, to be honest. And that'll work. Works for me. And what I should do right here is just go make some new weapons. Optimal sword and bow, but you know what? I think we're just going to roll with this and just see how well it works. Like I say, we're hamstringing ourselves a little bit, but it's good for, it's good for a little study, you know? Lessons learned. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, you can click that button up top. If you want to catch the rest of this playthrough, you can click that image in the middle. It should send you straight to the playlist. Appreciate you hanging out for this long one. All right? Y'all take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.